Hi, and welcome to All Talks Female Engineers, a platform that aims to encourage, empower, and educate women who are in the field of engineering, those who aspire, and women who just wonder what is it like to be us in this so-called male-dominated field. I am Torofatso More, and today's topic has me shocked by your guys' responses on our Instagram story. I cannot believe that people have these perception and thoughts about female engineers in their corridors. Like, yeah, how? So I've asked many of you on our Instagram story about myths that you guys have heard about female engineers in your corridors from people around you, and yeah, I'm pretty shocked at what people are just saying and coming up with and the responses that I received. So let's get into that. So one of the myths that people say about female engineers is that we cannot juggle family or we cannot have families and personal life and juggle our engineering career with that. I don't know. I don't know why would people say this, but I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked as to what people are saying, and that's definitely not true. There's so many women that I've seen, and I'm sure you guys have heard of, who are thriving in the engineering space, who are married, have kids, and are doing things in their own personal lives, doing things that are beyond you. You'd be asking yourself, how is this person able to juggle family, job, being an engineer, and doing things aside for her personal well-being, her personal life? Literally, it will shock you, but there are so many people who are doing that, and they are thriving, man. They are thriving. I can't understand. I can't understand. Example is myself, guys. Example is myself. I'm not saying I'm thriving, but I'm showing that this is a very much capable and possible to happen. I know for many is that in the workplace, of course, women and females are different in such that we value family, we value personal life, we value all those things. And I'm not saying males don't come for me. I'm not saying males don't, but I think we value those things more than our male counterparts. So that means we'll be perceived that we cannot juggle these things. But which woman have you seen cannot juggle so many things, even in your own household? Look at your mom, for example. She might not even be an engineer, but look at how many things that they juggle in your life and at home. And you're telling me that a female engineer cannot do that? No, man, no. Like I was saying, it's different. We value families, whilst our male counterparts do not much. There's some that do, trust me, I've seen that. But I think on our side is that we do value that more. But that doesn't take away from the things that we can do, the ideas that we can achieve in the workplace, the milestones, and just bring a company to fruitful, I don't know why would somebody think that, but nah. And then the second one is that so there's a myth that female engineers get jobs to for BE status, as well as increasing the number of females in the workplace. As much as I would say that most of that is true, that some companies really do hire females and engineers who are females just for their own good, but that doesn't mean that a female who's an engineer cannot do what their male counterparts can do. We have the same skills. We've been taught the same skills in varsity that our male counterparts have been taught about. I know strength-wise we are not the same, and that's life. But that doesn't mean that we are not capable. Trust me, this is totally not true. And I know there's something that as well this BE status brings, that you make females feel like they don't belong there. They don't belong in that workplace. They just a number. I know Dr. Rifilo once said it in the video where I interviewed her. Please go watch it if you have not. Where she said, like, at her previous workplace, they made it seem as if she's just there for BE status and whatsoever. Whereas she was like, no, I also have the skill. I also can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not here for this. So I also got the degree. I'm competent to do this thing. What is it that you are saying that I'm not competent about? That for some reason you don't think that I can do this job. So no, we honestly all are competent to do whatsoever. We are not hired because of BE status. We can do what we say we can do. And qualification matters, guys. Qualification matters. It doesn't matter whether you are male, female, whatsoever. It honestly doesn't matter. Qualification matters. Merit, your work says a lot. And I know there's a lot of people who think that this person is taking so long, their thought processing is so long, they whatsoever. We do think on the spot, but some things would require you to have a thought process about it. Like, even geniuses think about these things. Geniuses I know there's this story about Good Doctors. If you guys have watched Good Doctors, and I like I forgot his name, and I love that doctor. But yeah, the guy with the condition, I forgot his name, and I love this show so much. But he literally even shows Ukuti, whether you have whatever disability or whatever issue or sickness, it doesn't mean that you're not competent. It takes somebody who believes that you are competent, even yourself. Like, believing starts with yourself, that I too belong here. I'm not here just because of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I too. And he was showing that. And I think those are the type of series that I would say watch. And, if you are in that space where you don't feel like you're adequate enough, there's those kind of shows where it shows you can have whatever. But if you believe and there's somebody who believes in you and that you can, trust me, you will go further. So this thing of us only getting jobs for BE status, it's wrong. And I ask that it just not be mentioned to anybody. Even this thing of yeah, we hired you just because you are female so that we can, upkeep our numbers and whatsoever. No, let's just stop doing that. We honestly belong in this thing. And then the other one is incompetency. Incompetency, it's something that, yeah, like, I don't know, man. I feel like we expected to act a certain way to be perceived as competent. I don't know what way is that, but the ways that an engineer who's male does, that does not mean that a female engineer doesn't. There's so many examples that I can use of females, and this particular one is not even a female who's an engineer, but I think she has progressed to be an engineer. She started off as being a mine worker, and it's some lady from the upper parts of Africa. Cannot remember where exactly, but I was reading the story where she even had to dress like a male just so she's not looked any other how. People didn't know that she's actually female, and when they found out that she's female, they couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. I think how they found out that she's pregnant, I read the story a while ago, I think a year or two ago, but how they found out that she's a female is she became pregnant, and of course there's those other people in the workplace that you confide in, and they then found out that she's pregnant and she's a woman, and people couldn't believe because this woman was doing exactly what the male counterparts were doing in the mines. One of the most male dominated area, where you take you take those equipments and you don't expect a female to do it, and that woman did it. So where does it say that a woman is not capable of doing whatsoever? If we can carry a child for 9 months, go through childbirth, what is just a mere I'm joking but what says that we cannot do it? This another female, what's her name? I think it's Natasha Falyun. She was or is still the CEO of Anglo American Platinum, which now is Newmont, I believe. But she also started from the mines and worked her way up. And that just shows you, she's a metallurgical mining engineer, but that just shows you that these people are capable. And yes, there are a few of us, because that's why we want to encourage people to be doing this. But yes, there are a few of us who are doing it, but there are women who are picking up. Even at my workplace, honestly, I know they probably have this perception that, but I really look at the fitters and the artisans at work, and I'm like, yo, you guys, especially females, I'm like, yo, you guys actually do quite an incredible job. The riggers as well. Like, there's one rigger who's a female, and look, she's exceptional. She's good, man. She's good, and that just shows that women do belong in this so-called male-dominated field. So yes, female engineers do belong and are competent in these fields. So incompetency is something that is a myth, honestly. I do not take it at all. For you to say that I lack the knowledge to do whatsoever, like, who says that I cannot do it? Who says that I cannot do it, honestly? But yeah, so, and then the other myth which I touched on is that they say female only thrive in softer engineering fields. My perfect example is those women in the mining industry who showed that it is possible to be a female in this industry. Yes, it's tough. I won't say it's not. It's tough, and I can imagine being underground and you have all these other male counterparts who are doubting your worth, who are doubting your capabilities, who are doubting your competency, who just questions everything and think that you cannot come up with a solution or come up with ideas on how to solve a specific problem. I do not understand, but the woman who thrives in it, I think if you go on your LinkedIn's and you search on females in this industry, it will literally show you there are females who are in this industry. Not only this industry, all other industries who work as female engineers, and they are thriving in it. They're holding higher positions, honestly higher positions that most people say that this is where you end. Like I've said in my previous video, another lady was telling me, and I was telling them that I see myself being all up there, executive, ESCO, CEO, those kind of positions. And yes, I dream, and I do believe in my dreams. I believe that I'm capable of going and getting there. Nothing stops me to do that. But for them to be like, yeah, but this is where you're going to end, I was like, just like, honey, have you seen the women who are holding those positions, where they come from? Have you seen that they were just mere engineers like myself, starting from the bottom, and they went up? Example, Nompumelelo Zikalala, the CEO of Kumba Iron Ore. I'm just like, honestly, there's also Nonkululeko Nyembezi, Hita, I think it's Hita. She was quite an incredible woman, still is an incredible woman, who stood set in very high positions. She was the CEO of ArcelorMittal at some point, the first female to be a CEO in a steel company. Imagine. She's, I think, currently the CEO or chairperson of Standard Bank. She's held so many positions that are just up there, and there's a female who's an engineer. She's an electrical engineer, but she's just a perfect example herself, Nompumelelo, that this is possible. And I know there's so many women. I've heard of, I forgot her name, but I saw her on my LinkedIn. She's a mining engineer working for, I think, Anglo. She was doing an MBA with Gibbs, and I look at this woman and I'm just like, now there's just that person who told me you cannot do this. I'm like, who are you? We also in our company have a female who's a general manager and in the mines, and I'm just like, please, you cannot be telling me such. So myths that these people come up with and say we cannot do, it's totally a myth. It's not true. It's a myth. The woman can sit in these positions. Women can uphold position. Women bring the softer skill and calm peace in an environment. Honestly, what I've seen in this, well, where I've sat, is we honestly bring in, I feel males are always on their, yeah, let's fight, whereas as we're like, okay guys, have we thought of 1, 2, 3, have we done this, have we, let's go back. It's like any other type of relationships, even like, let's go back, let's strategize properly, let's we bring in that sense of stability, I would say, in a workplace, in where there's chaos. We bring in softer skills, we bring in creative ideas. I saw on LinkedIn where the CEO of Kumba, they just launched the maternity nursing rooms, and those are the type of things that women bring in this type of fields. So, and you know what, I think companies are getting the gist of it, but we still have a long way to go. Given what people are saying already, we still have a long way to go, but I do hope that one day we will get there. Sooner than later, one day we'll get there. But yeah, we are capable, we can do this thing, and we should continue being the most, doing the most, and taking up space as we should. There's a quote that somebody shared about what's her name? Miss Universe Zosie. Zosie, let me just find it for you guys. So she's talking about women taking up space. And honestly, I loved that, where she says girls should be taught to be assertive, to claim their rightful place in society, and to not be afraid to solidify their presence and mark their territory. So that's one of the things that I always tell women and my peers, even myself, that look, dog, you have to be assertive, you have to be you need to take up space. If it makes other people uncomfortable, so be it. Honestly, so be it. Because you are you know what you want, and if somebody else does not see that, that's honestly on them. That's honestly on them. And I like that we are doing this, not even just in this field, but everywhere else, where we are teaching women and girls to take up space and to take up this industries, this fields, and the engineering space. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this topic and heard what the others are saying. Please do share your thoughts and the myths that you guys have heard about female engineers in your workspaces, around anywhere that you have heard. So please do share it in the comment sections. Do engage with us on our Instagram page. Please, guys, follow us there as well, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Until the next video, mwah.